Hello and welcome on The Set, a show brought to you by Sly Media TV, bringing you celebrities that are sharing their life paths, their aspirations, and everything that made them get to the point Yatunova recognizer as the people within our country who are doing very well and lifting our country up high. Today we are joined by Tatenda Seth Mahachi, who has so many titles. I think he will just get into that on his own. My name is Wadzanai, and we're going to take a break and then jump right into it.
Big businesses do not advertise because they are big. They advertise because they want to reach potential new customers. Advertising helps you move your goods off the shelves. Brand visibility engraves your brand in the hearts and minds of your old and new customers. Sly Media TV has a package for everyone, big or small. It's called Everyone Can Stream. Corporate events, weddings, churches or funerals, we stream it all. We take your product and event to over 326,000 followers on Facebook and 96,000 subscribers on YouTube. We cross-post to over 6 pages with a reach of over 1 million followers from as little as $100 per hour. We give you the desired global reach. Call today for a free quotation. 263-772-863-484 or 263-775-964-849 or 263-773-761-800 or email on slymediastreaming@gmail.com. Sly Media TV, building bridges.
Welcome back. For the benefit of those that are just joining us, we are here on the set with Tatenda Seth Mahachi, singer, songwriter, award-winning gospel artist, CEO. Please, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
It's good to have you here. Maybe for the benefit of those that do not know who Tatenda Mahachi is, who is Tatenda Mahachi?
Okay, every time I'm asked that question, I feel awkward. Yeah, to explain who I am.
Yes.
Tatenda Mahachi, this is how best I can explain. I'm a gospel artist, and whose message of gospel is drawn from real life experiences, and of course the Word of God, inspired by the Word of God. So most of the things that I write on the songs, that you hear on the songs, are things that I've come through in my life, things that I've seen in my life, because I believe if something happens to you, you are the best person to tell the story, and because experience is the best teacher. Yeah, and Tatenda Mahachi is also an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman on my own, and with interest in cars, in commodity broking, venturing into the food industry as well. That's what I am. That's what I can say who I am. I'm a person with a lot. I'm a person who loves to experiment and do things, and the sky is not even the limit. Saying in short, I'm a musician, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a Christian, of course. I love God, I go to church, which is the reason why I sing, is because to me it's a calling. Yeah, maybe that's in short what I can say what Tatenda Mahachi is.
Yeah, and in short. And yet the content is filling. Okay, from what you've just said, you said you're an entrepreneur, you're a gospel artist, usually, and also you're a Christian. Usually, vanhu this perception yokuti because you're a Christian, entrepreneur, what's your take on that?
You know what? I remember one of my pastors was preaching one day, was talking of those things that's being addressed, and I loved the way that he preached that day, because he was talking about challenging Christians, because you see, Christians, we are expected by our society to behave in a certain way, and we are expected to do certain things, like, for example, if a Christian is into politics, you are judged, they think you are now evil, you are not, of which it's not the case, because remember, when we were created to dominate, and we're given the authority to step over everything and always be on top and step over enemies, meaning we have given dominance to dominate in the world. We have to go there in the world and dominate. Whatever you take, whatever industry that you go into, whatever career that you choose to go into, you should not be afraid. and go to do it. Even if those things, if it's politics, it's not evil to be in politics. Because at the end of the day, you want you want to lead the people, you want to help the people of God. It's all about leading, and it's all about giving a heart and working for the people, which is the same way that we do as a musician as well. When I'm singing, it's a talent that God bestowed on me, and it's not that I'm not too special. It's a God bestowed me this talent, and I just have to pour it to His people. And whatever comes, whatever bonus, whatever comes, it's a bonus that comes from God. But I'm saying, God, I'm doing your work, what you've called me to do, because I want the time that Tatenda Mahachi leaves this universe, I want to pour everything that God put on me. Remember the parable of the talents. I don't want to hide what God has put into me. It's very important to discover what is my talent and exhibit my talent to the world. And that's what I strive to do each and every day, and find out what is really in me that God has put into me. I'm still even discovering myself to see what is it that also God, because there's some traits that I keep on learning about myself. Oh, okay, this and this, and I'm surprised most of the times, but I'm still also discovering myself as I walk on the journey, because I want to pour out everything out to the world.
And you can never finish exploring.
Exactly.
My talents, it wasn't just one talent. This is your only talent. There are many other things and many other parts that you can. That is very true. And why gospel?
Oh, okay. To me, I would say it's okay. On my background, I was born in a Christian family. My grandfather, my late grandfather, may he continue to rest in peace, Rev Kamzangaza. This was my maternal grandfather, was a pastor, and so I had 2 sisters and 2 brothers as well, because we are 5. And my sisters and my mom, they used to sing. My mom, she was also a musician, because she used to play the guitar, sing in church, but she was a teacher by profession. And I used to see them singing and in church. By that time, I didn't have any interest in music. I used to love soccer. I used to play soccer. That was. By now, I should be playing for Man United, which is my favorite team anyway. So growing up in that environment, I was very privileged to have people, Christian people around me, people who taught me the good morals, who taught me to be who I am. And it came to me one day, when I started to have a passion for music. And it started as, it was like a joke, because I called some of my friends. I was in Karoi, where I was born. I had a lot of friends, but there were 6 of them that came in. I said, guys, let's sing. So we started to sing copyrights, those known choruses in church. So, you know, when in church you ask for, oh, I want to sing, you write a paper, I want to perform, I want to do an item in variety. There was this section, item in variety. You're allowed to go and sing for your God. So we wrote one day and we went there. We were very, very nervous. Both of us, we couldn't stand the crowd. You know, it's the first time. It's very difficult. We were in front of people and we started to sing this song. But then we were very nervous. But after that, after we finished our set, the whole church was clapping, and it gives us confidence. That made us to say, guys, this is it. So I never looked back from there, and we continued to do that. We started to sing. Our group became popular in the small town of Karoi. We started to get invites in other churches, invites to church gatherings, weddings, to go and sing. But the interesting part about us is we didn't have a name at that time. We're just singing. Yes, because of the way we used to dress, you know, and they would look at us and say, these guys, I think if we forge Gachete, and it's also because of the style of how we used to sing. I remember we used to say, before we sing any song, to gain confidence, we said, we're going to, then we start to sing. So people, they started to call us, they gave us a name. We inherited a name from the people. They started to call us Chikiche Boys. To ask me what it means, I don't even know by now. It was Chikichi Boys because of what we used to do. They said, Chikichi, wakomane Chikichi, Chikichi. That was it. So, so to me, I must say, I don't really choose gospel. Gospel chose me. It's in me. That's how I was brought up, and it was in me, and that's how I grew up. And I said, oh, and I pledged to sing for God with the talent that I have as long as I live.
Oh, that's amazing. Chikichi Boys.
Chikichi Boys.
Then after that, Totima Papa Chikichi Boys, did you ever have another group that you then played in?
After Chikichi Boys, we didn't have another group. This group, Chikichi Boys, lasted for about 5 years, going strong, singing. But it's very unfortunate that we were not able to record anything. We wanted to, I will tell you, we wanted to. There was a time when we tried to even go and do maricho and doing what, getting money, saying let's go and work for people from church and what, and getting money to serve, to go to the studio. And by that time, we have never gone to the studio. We didn't know how a studio looks like. It was just all in the imagination. Thinking, oh, you go there, you got in a glass here alone. It was scary when you're talking. You've been alone and scary. The producer will be there, and it was so scary. So it has always been our desire to record. We tried, like when we put together some money, working, and we came to Harare. We got in a bus, we came to Harare, looking for a studio to record. And I remember we got this studio now, and they said, you know, it was funny. They used to have those session musicians. So you pay your money. You say you have got paid for 1 hour studio. You get in the studio. In 1 hour, you have to do all your songs and go. And as we have maybe 15 songs. So we're not able to do all of the songs. So when you get in, remember, we have a session musicians. We have never met this person. We are meeting there. This person is sitting on the keyboard. This one is on the guitar. This one is on the lead bass. This one is on the drums. And they say, start to sing, we are being recorded. Then these guys, they start to pick in and they play. They start to play from there. That's what happened. So that experience was exciting the first time when we came, because we have never sing using instruments. We used to be an a cappella group. So putting the instruments, you know, putting the feel, feeling it, it was a good feeling. So we loved it. So this is the experience. After that, recording our 1 hour, paid our 1 hour. After that, they were recording. They were recording on a cassette. Okay. We got the cassette, and
cassette.
It was a cassette they were using because of they were using old, old technology. Yeah. So after that, we went and we looked for a radio that have a cassette to play. We wanted to play to hear ourselves. Hey, believe me, when you go to Karoi after all this, our voices were so faint. The instrument was high. It was so disappointing, but we never looked back. But unfortunately, the group disbanded because of various reasons. People moving, migrating to other places for different reasons. School, some work, some their families were migrating. And I also migrated to Harare. That's where I moved, and because to come school as well to Harare. And my family also moved. We're now staying in Harare. Okay. And so as a person who have always been a music person, music has grown into me. I loved music. I loved singing for God. So I pursued my mission. I pursued who I am. And I started to look, after school, I started to look for a job. And my point was, I want to get a job. I want to save some money. I want to record. And wow, that's what I did. And if I tell you what my first job was, I started as a general worker. I had to take the lowest job because I really wanted to get in the studio and sing. The first day, even when I went to do that job, going to Simuza Masaga and what, I was so sick the night. I wanted to quit the next day. But the passion I have and the vision I have made me to say, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to. I remember the next day when I went to work, I had a terrible headache. I couldn't even tell my supervisors there that I'm sick because I was scared. They would tell you, hey, you're not good for this job. Yeah. You're weak. Yeah. And I continued. I was so sick. And but I persevered because I was a man on a mission. Man who had a vision, what I wanted to do. So after that, I managed to get some money and I recorded my first album. I was so happy, and I never looked back. Yeah.
And You spoke about starting off small, even Muchiri a band, and then venturing off on your own. What are the challenges? But because we can hear already, you've spoken about all of these. What are the challenges that young upcoming gospel artists and just artists within the music industry come up? What do they face?
I'll tell you what. The first thing that every artist faces, if you ask any artist, whoever it is, established or, of course, it's something that is the basic thing, the financing, because I always say the word is for free.
Yeah.
The word of God is for free, but it takes money to bring out the word.
True.
It's not that simple. So I know people sometimes they put us in a way, they look us in a way that they think gospel things they should be done for free, because they are doing for God. And whilst they forget that it takes money to put that word. When I go to the studio, they don't tell me that you're singing for God, so we're going to record you for free. When I want to shoot a video, whatever I'm planning, even if I want to go and shoot a video, let's say in Nyanga, they don't give me a lift for Mahala here and say you're going to shoot for, all these things. These are costs that most every artist has to face when you're doing this journey. It's a business as well. It's a business. You look into it as a business because there is money that is put into it, into a project, and to do a project. Because so now, the finance, especially when you're starting, is very difficult. Like what I said, you heard my story, and I knew. And the problem is, when you're carrying something that God has given you, it's only you who understand the vision and the mission. The person who's next to you, even your mother, even your father, even your brother, your sister, it's difficult for them to buy into your vision because they know you are just a Tatenda that they see growing, putting up nappies, looking after you. They know you as that, and they are growing up. And for them to know, to understand that, no, this is my vision, this is my talent. It takes time, and it takes perseverance, and it takes a lot. You need to prove yourself. I would say. So that point that you need to prove yourself that this is what I want, and also especially when you take that path of music, it started to be accepted mostly now. I think back then it was worse then when there was the Oliver Mtukudis when they started and it was regarded as that not important that those days. So all those challenges when you're also trying to take away that mindset, whether in your family, to your father, to say, know what, I want to do this. This is my future. This is me. To convince them, it's a challenge to every musician to do that. But I think now better with the time that have moved now, time that have changed. I think there is a complex about it now. They're open-minded to accept and to understand. But these are the most difficult things to do, to prove yourself that is what you want to do, the financing. Because when you're also proving yourself, because they don't really buy into your vision, you have to drive your vision on your own. Meaning you have to find the money to go and record, and you have to find everything and put it together alone as one man. So that's the biggest challenge that I've seen. And after that, there are many challenges that you face as well, after even recording. Because I always say, after recording, you have just done 10% of the work. There's still 90% of work to be done, which is very, very, not for the faint-hearted. It's very difficult.
Distribution, pushing.
There is distribution, there is you pushing your project, and that one is the biggest, because you find that there are no marketing and distribution companies, especially here in our country, Zimbabwe. We used to have Grammar. We're not there though. Grammar. We have to have Metro. Those are distribution companies. That time, I think it was a bit easier when you have recorded, because they were going to distribute your works to the people. But now, with technology that have come now, what has happened is our distribution now have become more technological. Now we can distribute on online platforms, which have made it also easy for people to reach. But still, you have to do the marketing part to make sure that people knows that you have this project, you have done this. Sometimes people can be surprised to hear, oh, you've got this project that I've done 5 years ago. And you wonder why. It's because of those marketing part. My wish is to reach each and everyone. Each and everyone's phones, each and everyone's radios, each and everyone TV in the house. And then you have not missed anyone. That is the wish, and that is the drive of every musician. That's what you want to do. And that's a challenge on its own that we try also to do. But thanks to guys like you who came in and make us people know, and we hope for more of these and this kind of support to make people aware of what's happening.
Oh, thank you so much. We're happy that we get to hear your story even, because most people might be like, hey, Tongozi Tatenda Mahachi, we know his music, but we want them to actually then get to know who the artist is.
Wow.
Vasiripa stage, just to get to know you a bit more personal and just to get an appreciation of kwamabva, because mabva kure kana masong anga achiri kuiswa pamakaseti muchitowana pekuplaya no. Yes. Yeah. And also, like, we also notice kuti within the industry itself, pane vamwe vekuti they were groomed by other people, and they had the benefit of their parents also being in the industry, different types. Then there are the solo ones that have to make it out on their own. You shared the challenges, but what's one thing that you had to learn by yourself? You're just there like, kuti apa panofanira kufambuka so. What is that one lesson that you got from your journey?
In my journey, I have learned, basically I have learned to do everything. That's how difficult my journey has been. I have no one in my family who has a music background, who has made a name and to say, okay, at least I can take advantage of this. I have no one. Remember, I'm just a township boy who comes in. I have to look for what is a studio. I need a studio. I've never been in a studio. I have to find how does it work. I have to find people who play. I have to, I didn't have instruments to practice with and to say, okay, I'm making my music. I basically I have to learn everything. I have to learn that from the studio. After recording, and I had to find out, discover, search for myself. How do I take my music to the radio to get played? How am I going to take it to the TV to get played? I had to find my way. I had to look for bus money, look for a taxi, a combi, drop, go to Pockets, we walk there, go to Mbare Studios, walk there and ask, hey, I've got a CD. And then you're told, no, we don't take CD. This CD is, you need to print it. It needs to look like this. There's a standard for it.
Yeah.
And then you go back again to the drink table. Well, okay, I have to do this, look for money now, go and print. Where can I get, who does this CD printing? Who can do for me? Remember, now I'm saying there were those distribution companies were no longer there. So basically, all these things, every move that I had to take, I must say I learned for myself. God just led me to, God was leading me, the grace was taking me to accomplish and to learn one by one. Of course, now when you get there, when you get there, we're another stage, when you're there with the CD or whatever, you get one or two people to help you. Some will say, okay, they like your music and say, okay, now we have to do this and this. You ask them, they help you. And I think all these people that I've come across in my life, we have been part of my music journey, and we have helped me. I'm so grateful. And some of them, I might not even remember them, who have played a part because of the amount of people, but they're always in my heart, because I know for me to be where I am right now, it's also a result of other people's effort, other people's heart that have poured to me in their hand. And I still appreciate, and also the hand that I'm still receiving, because I haven't reached even half of where I want to go, and maybe I haven't reached even the quarter of where I want to go. So I still need that, and I still, and I need also people out there to tell me, sometimes after recording, after doing all these things, music, sometimes you need someone to tell you that, oh, you're doing well, or someone to tell you encouraging words about your project. It makes you it keeps you going, and that has helped me to keep me going, because from that time, we're not making anything. We are just putting money into the music. You don't see where it goes, because it's a passion that you have. It's a calling that you have, that you are doing, and you have to accomplish. And if I don't do it, I look miserable. If I don't do it, I feel like I'm not myself, because this is what I'm born to do.
Missing, yes.
Yeah, born to do. You can't buy a new car and then you park it in your garage and it's just there. It doesn't move 2 years, 3 years. The car will look miserable, trust me, if you look at it. Yeah, so you have to be, I have to use and deliver what God has given into me.
Wow, that is definitely something. We are here with Tatenda Mahachi, who's sharing with us his journey into the gospel industry, into the industry itself, the challenges that he faced as an upcoming artist to become the renowned artist that we know now, who's got many features. But we'll get into that in our next segment. Stay tuned. We're going on a break.
Big businesses do not advertise because they are big. They advertise because they want to reach potential new customers. Advertising helps you move your goods off the shelves. Brand visibility engraves your brand in the hearts and minds of your old and new customers. SlyMedia TV has a package for everyone, big or small. It's called Everyone Can Stream. Corporate events, weddings, churches or funerals, we stream it all. We take your product and event to over 326,000 followers on Facebook and 96,000 subscribers on YouTube. We cross-post to over 6 pages with a reach of over 1 million followers from as little as $100 per hour. We give you the desired global reach. Call today for a free quotation. 263-772-863-484 or 263-775-964-849 or 263-773-761-800 or email on slymediastreaming@gmail.com. Sly Media TV, building bridges.
Welcome back on the show. Thanking you guys for tuning in, hoping that you are sharing the page, liking and subscribing to the platforms that you are watching us from. We are live at Sly Media TV here in the capital of Zimbabwe, and we're joined by Tatenda Mahachi, who's sharing with us his musical journey and just giving us words of wisdom as to what made him choose this path, and if you do happen to choose the path, certain obstacles that you'll come across and how to vet them. And also, I think before we went on the break, I spoke about features, and I saw one of the features that you had was with Elizabeth Mashaba.
Winnie Mashaba.
Winnie Mashaba. Yes, can you tell us about that?
Okay, up to date, before I go to the Winnie Mashaba feature, I've done so many features, up to, as you have mentioned, and I think my first feature was with one of the best female voices ever to emerge from Zimbabwe, Prudence Katomedi Mbofana.
Yes.
We did a song, that was my first feature. And I think the second feature was with, was now in South Africa, the late giant gospel guru, the late Sifiso Ncwane. We did a song, Dinura Jesu, and I also did a feature. I also did a song with Sebastian Magacha. I also did, I also did a song with an American, Isaac Simpsons.
Okay.
Yes, with a video that is yet to come, because it was supposed to do it in the COVID times, but it was difficult. And now I have done with Dr. Winnie Mashaba a song together. Yeah, I will talk more about the song with Dr. Winnie Mashaba, and maybe I would say the name of the song is Start With A Friend. It's a song that I wrote. A friend means Shamwari. That is in our language, Shamwari. It's a song I wrote word to word. And Winnie Mashaba is my big sister. We have known each other for years now, since 2014, I think. 2014, when we met at the Crown Gospel Awards. That's where we met and we exchanged numbers. We've always been talking. And so when I wrote this song, I was thinking, who can I collaborate with on this song? Who can I collaborate with on this song? And I was thinking of a female voice on this song. So as I was going and praying about the song. I wrote this song in 2020.
Oh wow!
That's when I wrote this song, and and then I was starting to think, who can I collaborate with this song? Then I thought of Winnie Mashaba, and we spoke about it, and she was into it. She said, "Oh, let's do it, my brother." And so I wrote, and I had to teach her Shona, because if you listen to the song, she was singing Shona lines there. And That's what I wanted to bring the flavor. I make sure that even when I did that collaboration with Sifsungwane, I made him to sing in Shona as well. I taught him Shona language, which I think it's also a way of, I want us to take, I'm proud of my language, I want us to take out there, I want also them to sing our language. And that's what I always try to do when I do collaborations as well. But I will tell you what, these people have been great doing the Shona. Hey, they sing it like, you know, when I'm listening to them, even after singing the Shona that I've told them, I'm like, okay, you sound like you're supposed to be singing all your albums in Shona. Yeah, because you love how it comes out, how it comes out when they sing the Shona language. So I taught Winnie Mashaba the Shona language. It took me about maybe a week. She was already on it, and she was singing. And imagine, I wasn't with her, I was here, we were just exchanging notes, I was sending her to do, I was teaching her actually on the phone. And she went in the studio on the phone, guiding them on the phone. And here we are, we did that song, A Friend. And I must say, I'm happy about the project. She's also happy about the project. We're happy, and we trust in God that this song will go to you, the world, to you, the brokenhearted, to you, many people that are facing a lot of things in this world, because it's a song of hope. It's a song of motivation. It's a song of a friend who will never leave you alone. A friend will never forsake you. If I'm your friend, I might leave you. If I'm your friend, there are things that I might say, I'm running away from you. I'm saying, no, I'm avoiding, because yes, I might be a true friend to you, but there is this true friend who never leaves you, who's always with you, no matter you're down, no matter what, until the day you die. The day you die. And when you die, you go to that friend as well. You meet that friend. That friend will never leave you. And that friend is Jesus Christ. That is what the song is all about. It's talking about that friend. It's talking about also celebrating, just because we have, if you are living right now, if you're watching me right now, you have a reason to celebrate, because you're still surviving, you're still breathing. And no matter what you're going through, when you're down, whatever, I don't care what is going on in your life. You might be down, things are not going well, but still you have a reason to dance, you have a reason to celebrate, because there's someone who's bigger than your troubles, bigger than your problems, who already knows you by name, who knows you by the number of hair in your head. So there's a reason to celebrate, and that's what most of the song is all about, to give hope to the people.
And what inspired the song? Is there a story behind? Because usually you said that you have to relate to the song with something you experienced.
It's a story, it's my story. It's about the things that I have been going through. It's the times that I sit, especially also when things were happening in my life. I was in a bad space of time, and then we got into the COVID. It started, and things were really difficult for me, really bad. And so I was sitting and thinking, okay, how can I comfort myself? I'm a musician, and how can what is God saying about my situation? What is God? Is God just watching? And I know God is never watching. When he's watching, when you think he's just watching and he's quiet, he's planning something. He's quiet because he's writing something for you. He's just going to give you the book. God is never quiet. So I thought of it and saying, oh, hey, and what's happening? And this song came into mind. I was comforting myself, saying, you know what? Even what I'm going through right now, is not quiet. That's why I came to say, Jesu vari kuona zviri mumoyo mako iwe usashungurudzike heya usanetsekane iwe. Because there are things that you carry in your heart that I don't even know, that are going through in your life, that you might not be able to tell me, you might not be able to share, but they're going through in your life. The reason why you see also the disturbing high rate of people sometimes committing suicide, and this is depression that is happening inside people. And this is one song that I thought it will go and address such matters that someone cannot open up to me. At least if they can hear that song and to know and understand that someone who's bigger than your problems knows already. I know you think you are alone in this battle because you haven't shared with anyone. No one is helping you. You are carrying the own burden in your heart, and you know the pain because you are carrying it. You are the one who's carrying the pain. So I know you're going all through those things, but you need to know that whatever it is happening, there's someone knows. There's someone knows who's not physical with you here, who knows, who sees everything that is happening now, who sees everything that is going on in your mind, in your heart, and there is a reason to have hope because of that. Because vari kutoziva kwavari kuenda saka vane zvavari kutoita vana kunyarara mwari variko saka usanetsekane usazvishungurudze, let God take care of it. Cast all your burdens to him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7.
Yeah.
That's what should carry you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing because it really resonates with everything that's happening within our own community. Usually, people are just going through so much. People are tired, but so yes, that song, yeah, it really is something that people really needed at this particular point in time.
Yeah.
And having features, you spoke about Sifiso, you spoke about international features. What did that teach you about what is missing within our own music industry? Comparing that, Kuti, you've had a feature with someone who's in the UK, you've had a feature with someone in South Africa. What light did it shed for you, Kuti Mono, there's something missing within our own industry? What is that?
Yeah, I must say with these features, I have been able to, there's what you call cultural competence, and be able to accept other cultures as they are, the other languages they are. It's very important. And these features that I've done, I've been able to learn cultures, different culture of my other partner that I'll be singing with, and to understand their culture and how they do things, which is very important to share our cultures and understand each other. But what I've seen is we have got one basic goal. One basic goal is to preach through music and save souls through music, and put God's words through music to the people, across to his people. That's one common thing that we have, all of us, of course with different cultural backgrounds. But I have learned that things that what I can say, I don't know if I can say things that we lack here compared to my other people that I've collaborated with. I must say what I've seen is we are in two different environments. We are in environment here, what we have in Zimbabwe, which is a different environment than them. For example, in South Africa, I'll give you an example. In South Africa, right now, up to now, people they've got a culture of they still have culture of buying CDs. They go shop, they buy CDs. They still do CDs. You take to the shop. They know if an artist has released it, they know I have to go and buy it. They actually go and shop it. I think it used to, this culture used to happen here some time ago. Unfortunate not in our time. And also out there, if you look also like the American artists that have collaborated with, also there's different, also the way that they behave, the people there compared to here musically. Here they are so into, they know they buy also into iTunes online. They are used to that. That's where they get their music. You know, if you say music, if you talk of music, sending music on WhatsApp, these South Africans, they don't even know it. They don't even know that music can be, you can do music on WhatsApp, or you can do, they don't know it. That shows here, that's something that I've learned that we need to change.
Yeah,
we need to change here the way that the things that we need to change this culture of music, this culture of WhatsApp music, this culture of, we need to learn to buy the music. It's not even, I'm sure now there are many innovations that have been introduced even in our country. They've been trying. I know there's Gateway Stream, Body Beats. I think they've been trying Net One. So I think there are many platforms that have been created as well. Indeed. And also these iTunes, they are there and for people who can to buy. And you know, my prayer is I wish this culture changes and the people out there, our fellow Zimbabweans and our brothers and sisters, they go to support and understand. This will go a long way. This is when you know. You have saved your artist. You have supported your artist. There is no support that beats kwenda kunotenga kudownload or tenga or badra $1, maybe $1, which is I think is not too much. You buy $1. Imagine if 50,000 people buys that music for $1. That's 50,000. 50,000 to an artist, it means you've supported your artist to do the most, to keep on producing, you've encouraged them to do more and do better projects, quality projects, because like what I said, it takes also money to get the word to the people. So these are the challenges that I've seen, that I've learned, that are different from us. So unlike an artist who produces an album in South Africa, they're going to sell, they're going to get their money. The piracy levels there, it might be there, but it's very, very low. Yeah. Unlike me, when I produce an album here, you know, we have always been suffering this thing of piracy. And you show up, it's on WhatsApp. It's going round and round in WhatsApp, and so. But I would like to challenge people, to Zimbabweans mostly, to take it upon themselves and to say, okay, even if you get it on WhatsApp, if you receive it on WhatsApp, try to go and buy. Let it be something that you feel in your heart. That let me go here. It's just $1. I think it's anyone. It's very important. Anyone can afford it. You cannot say it as a finance Arab as a Buddhist, it as a $10 You have done a good thing, and the thing that I've done, it will go a long way. And for me to stand where I am, for me to go into the future and continue to do better and give you music, I need that support.
Yeah, that is very true. I think it goes back to what you were talking about earlier about monetizing. We need to put more value on the music and the work that is being put into the music that we're listening to. Because, you take a download that you say, the money that then goes to the artist, selling a person a Maria Kawanda that can sustain them. And you are an award winner. Can you please tell us more about that?
Oh, wow. I thank God for the recognition that I've got up to date. The date, I've won several awards that I've won, and I've been nominated for several awards as well. And, you know, an award to me, how I take it is, I take it as a source of recognition. It's a recognition to me to understand, okay, they recognize that I'm there. Yeah, but the bigger thing is me bringing the music to the people. I love to be recognized. It encourages me when I'm recognized. These awards mean so much. Like what I said earlier, that sometimes you need someone to tell you you're doing well.
You're doing well,
This is the job of an award now. When you're given an award, it means you're being they are recognizing what you're doing, the work that you're doing, or the music that they've produced, which is very, very important in any other artist, in every artist, because that's what keeps you going. To tell, okay, at least, you know, when you do something and it's all in vain, you have one album, no one recognized, 2, 3, you go to 15 albums. You know, even to go that far to 15 albums, if there's no one who's telling you, hey, you're doing well, besides an award, someone to encourage you, you find that it goes tough, because sometimes you sit and ask yourself, why am I doing this? So the reason why, if it's not a calling, if it's not something that you have been sent to do, and you tend to give up, it's easy to give up. But when music have chosen you, when you've chosen you, you have no choice. You continue, because music is you. You live in music. When you see me, you see music. Where I am, there is music. You can't separate me from music. That means it becomes permanent to me as long as I live, and I'll be consistent no matter what I face in life.
And the experience, for being acknowledged, because you spoke about being a general hand at one point. Did you ever reflect on that? The first award, probably, where it's like, I used to be a general hand and I worked my way to being recognized. How was that feeling for you?
Wow. I must say, there is no, I don't know if there is a better way to express it. I don't know how even to explain it. But I'll tell you, it was also encouraging. I was so happy, because, you know, growing up, life hasn't been easy. Because also I got to lose my parents when I was very young, and my parents. So going to school, going to send myself to go to the university and whatever, I had to work, and so all these things they come with hard working. So the first award, believe me, it means a lot. Every award that I get up to date, to me it means a lot. Because I look back at myself, I look where I was, and I'm like, God, you're wonderful. God, you're faithful. And it's unbelievable. It's something that is for, it's a treasure that I can never sell.
Yeah. And they call us the easy generation, a generation that is all for the easy works. Given you had to work to sustain yourself, what message do you have for the younger generation that is coming up now when it comes to getting to the vision? What message do you have for them?
I would say, first of all, sit down, ask yourself, what do you want to do? Why? And if you ask, well, you know what you want to do, then ask yourself, why do you want to do it? I'm telling you, if you get those two answers right, you have a reason to push, and you have a reason. And I will tell you, most chances you succeed because you know what you want to do, one, and you know why. You have a reason for it. If you have a reason in anything in life, you know, you have a reason in anything in your life. Like, for example, we all go to church, we all praise God, because at the end of the day, then we want to go to heaven. Everyone wants to go to heaven. We know the end result of it. But think of it, if there was no heaven, if you say, okay, if we're just living here like that, was anyone going to, how many people were going to? How many people are going to pursue and go to? They say, how are we going to live like this? But we know there's a result. And so, and you know objective. It's very important. You know how to push. And you know now you need to be persistent. And believe in yourself. That's the third thing you need to do. Believe in it because you know what you want to do. You know why. Now you need to believe in yourself that you can do it. Get inspiration from those who have done it. Look into the picture of those. Read their stories. Follow them. Their stories inspire you. Because I know most people, you look at yourself, you're sitting down, you think, I'm in the West. I can't do this. I can't wake up be like I can't wake up be like this person. No, this person. And most of the people, when they look at us, they think, this guy has an advantage. You grew up in a family. Oh, their family had money. Oh no, I think they had money. No, yet this person will support. But it's not as good as you look. Is the cover of the book. Yeah, what's in the book? It's a story for another day. So this is why it's very important to realize and to know what you really want to do, and follow your dream, follow your passion, do it. Even if you're on zero, don't think it's not only money. Believe me, anything that you do, pray to God. Go on your knees and pray about it. Start to do whatever vision that you have. Start to follow it. You see what will happen. God works through people. Sometimes God sends people in your life in a weird way you will never understand, because God always operates in a weird way that we never understand. We never understand how, why, and we always left with these questions when anything happens. But these are the most encouraging ways that I can live. That be persistent, believe in yourself, ask yourself why and what you want to do, and go in your knees, pray to God. God is there. He hears you. Don't ever think God goes quiet. No. He has got greater plans for you to prosper, and plans to see you going higher. And call into Him and He show great and mighty things which you did not know.
Yeah. I think, in that because it's one of the things that as young people, sometimes you have the vision, but
Yes.
That is where Tatenda Mahachi is saying, sit down and ask yourself what the vision is, where you want to see it and how you will get there. That is something that as young people we need to consider. They might not be easy. There are going to be challenges, but things will always look up in the end because the Lord has a plan for us. We're going to take a short break and then we'll be right back for the last segment. Rising from the ashes, our Zimbabwean celebrities have paved different paths to be the people that we look up to today. Role models, opinion shapers, and motivational figures. All of them have a story to tell. SlyMedia TV presents On the Set, a show dedicated to showing you where celebrities came from and where they aspire to be. No matter where you are, local or international, we're willing to share your story on when you rose to fame. So contact us on 0772 863 484 or 0715 015 575 and make sure your story is well known worldwide.
Sly Media TV, building bridges.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in and for staying with us as we walk with the journey yataiswa pairi na Tatenda Mahachi, who's giving us content that is filled with wisdom, knowledge, and experience, even for those that want to get into the industry and just people who are looking for encouragement, because I don't think it's just about music. Because this advice at Trukupiwa, it's applicable in every sector of life. Be it uruda kuita a driver, be it you want to be. You can literally apply this information anywhere and inopinda, because the Lord has a plan for you. Indeed. What's your favorite Bible verse?
My favorite Bible verse, I must say, okay, I'm thinking I've got so many favorite Bible verses.
Okay. Give us 3.
Okay. I think Philippians 1 verse 6. That talks about he who started the journey will finish until the very end. Also 1 Peter 5 verse 7, cast your burdens to him, for he cares for you. Matthew 6:34, don't be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow is anxious about itself. Every day with evil sufficient. These are I love these verses because they encourage me. You know, sometimes it doesn't mean if you pray every day, it doesn't mean if you go to church every day, if you do the good things, you shouldn't have the bad things happening to you. True. Yeah, that's where I see most Christians have a challenge. When you're praying, you say, God, I always pray to you, I always do. Why is this happening to me? Why does Obiru and maybe I'm telling Obiru? Why does Obiru and does you ask yourself all those things and they say, but you know what? You should understand that Zuane is Zuaro, and what happens is when that things happen, it was often that ask yourself, what was it? If it wasn't happening to you, right? Someone else. Exactly. It was someone who's going to feel the pain. So, because you're God's vessel, you're God's favorite, some of these things that happen to you, because God knows you can handle. And He knows He will recover, He will give you a 1,000 folds.
Wow. Yeah. And all 3 were about encouragement. Really, all of it. It's like that is your key encouragement. Yeah. Always. Perseverance is always key. Yeah. It really is. And which one, Pama songs? Of course, you'll say, yes, I love all of my songs equally. Which song would you say resonates with you more? Pama song ese, even the ones you haven't released yet.
All my songs. I must say that resonates with me. Okay. I'm thinking some of my songs they're going to hate me now. I'm being favorite.
Which one would you think of right now? Let's not make your songs hate.
There is a song I want to talk about, Usacheme, Don't Cry. I did that song in 2015. Okay. And that was my first video to be played even on the world biggest gospel television network, TBN. It was also the first ever Zimbabwean video to be played there. And also started to be the first ever to be played also on One Gospel. And it goes on Trace Gospel. So that song, Usacheme, why I've chosen that song is because from the time I recorded that song, I actually recorded that song when things were happening in my life. And I remember, it's one song that I sing. When I sing those songs, that song I was crying. Actually, the tears were coming out of my... I was crying actually when I was singing that song. Even when I went on to shoot the video, if you look on the video, I'll be crying as well. These are real tears. I've been crying because this is a song that touches me so much. And even when I was recording, I remember that my producer, MacD, was asking, what's going on? What's going on? Because I started to cry when I was singing that song. From first to end, when I was singing it, I was just crying. So when I also recorded the video, shooting the video, I was also crying. But now the song is called Usacheme, telling you not to cry, but it goes the opposite. It makes you to cry. And this is how powerful music is. This is how powerful this song has been. I think that's the song I can pick for now, out of all my songs to say, because of what it makes me to do whenever I sing that song. It draws me nearer. It brings, it takes me out of the world. It brings me closer to my Creator, and makes me to think of a lot of things, what God has done for me, what I've gone through. And instead of Kusachema, I start to cry.
Yeah, I think it also goes to say, Kuti, usually we go through a lot in life. We do. But nyango usuri kubuditsa musodzi. Munhu akakudza kuti achimira kuchema. Wega it gets to you kuti no, I need to release.
Yes.
I need to release.
I need to release.
Yeah.
Which is also very important. It's important to cry as well. You have to release what's going on. You know, most I always say, like when people look at us, sometimes they think it's all rosy. This one will never have a problem. They forget we are human beings as well. Which is also, there is a reason why we need support from the people, emotional support. Support your artists, support your musicians when they are going through a lot. Support whoever it is, your actors, people in the arts. Support them when they're going through a lot. Don't be there to say, discourage them when some things happen in their life, and then you start to joke around their name. You start to make them those things that get to them. Believe me, that emotional blackmailing, and it gets to us, and it really affects. It really affects even the performance that you expected from that person, because like what I said, everyone, you need a word of encouragement. But you know, if you guys, you're going to support and say yes, you carry on doing you keep on wanting to say, I want to do more, because you know what, my people, they accept me, they appreciate me, and they applaud me.
Okay, and nanisida kutoti mutiimbirika, but Usacheme yacho makes you cry. So which song would you like to share with us today? Okay,
it's fine. If you want me to sing Usacheme, I can sing it. I'm not going to cry to you.
I'm not really
You're
good.
Not really there.
I'm not good with people crying.
Okay.
But maybe...
Okay, maybe I'll sing the new song that we've released now, A Friend. Ungavumeli izinkinga ukuhlupheka nezigulo zikuwisele phansi awusanethekane iwe njabula ukhona ongaphezu kwakho konke ungakhathazeki usanethekane iwe aiwa Jesu vari kuona zviri mumoyo mako iwe ona usashungurudzike iwe usanethekane iwe. And I share my BVs.
I know, that was amazing. I think for our viewers, be sure to look for this song. The video is now out, yes?
It's out, it's on YouTube. You can go on YouTube now. It's on Tatenda Mahachi channel. Don't miss out this song.
Yes.
Don't miss out the visuals. Let it motivate you.
It does sound very motivating, because we all need a friend. Indeed, we do.
We do need a friend.
And we would like to thank you for joining us today. Maybe a few parting words to our viewers.
I would like to say thank you so much, everyone who's watching. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for watching us and staying here on Sly Media. Thank you for supporting Tatenda Mahachi. Keep on supporting me. I've got more work that is coming, and more music is coming, as long as you are there at Timire, as long as you encourage us at Timire. And I encourage you to follow me as well on my pages, Facebook page Tatenda Mahachi, Instagram Tatenda Mahachi, so that we stay in line. And then, for now, go and watch that video, A Friend, Tatenda Mahachi featuring Winnie Mashaba. God bless you guys.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful and blessing to have you here, because my takeaway is we need to monetize. Monetize your content. No matter what you're doing, monetize. Let's make money. Until next time, take care. Rising from the ashes, our Zimbabwean celebrities have paved different paths to be the people that we look up to today. Role models, opinion shapers, and motivational figures. All of them have a story to tell. SlyMedia TV presents On the Set, a show dedicated to showing you where celebrities came from and where they aspire to be. No matter where you are, local or international, we are willing to share your story on when you rose to fame. So contact us on 0772 863 484 or 0715 015 575 and make sure your story is well known worldwide.
Sly Media TV, building